Let's bring in Republican Senator Roger Marshall of Kansas. Senator, so what do you make of the decision by the Trump administration to appeal this judge's ruling, the judge ordering the administration to fully fund SNAP benefits this month, and the Trump administration fighting that?
Well, look, Republicans want to get the SNAP benefits, and we've given the Democrats 13 times to vote to do just that. And even tomorrow, they're telling us they're going to vote against SNAP benefits once again. So I think that the Trump organization, the Trump administration, was going to use these $5 billion of emergency funds that were meant for disasters. The judge told them to use those, so they will. But beyond that, then who do we choose? You know, there's only a certain amount of money left. Do we not pay the troops? Do we not buy infant formula? Do we not pay for school lunches? What the real issue is here, my friends across the aisle need to come on back and fund the government again.
The president talks about the cost of living a lot. This is what he said on Fox just yesterday in reference to Tuesday's elections.
We've done so much. You know, energy is way down. Look at energy. We're going to have $2 gasoline. I did that. That brings everything else down. Groceries are way down other than beef. Now, beef is going to come down. You know, we have to do that. The fact is we have prices way down. We have prices down. Our country's doing well.
So inflation, just as a factual matter, it's at its highest rate since January when President Trump took office. Groceries are up across all product categories, not just beef, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Americans are paying close to $200 more for the same goods and services this year as they were last year. Are you concerned at all that President Trump is out of touch with how Americans are actually experiencing this economy?
Well, Jake, I certainly think we can do better. I think that we inherited a tough situation, 4 years of cumulative inflation of about 25%. The best news is that wages are outpacing inflation. Food inflation is around 3% right now compared to, again, that 25% in inflation. We want to do better. He's absolutely right that the price of gasoline is down from over $4.50 a gallon to $2.50 a gallon. Interest rates are down, but we've got work to do, and I look forward to doing just that. We need to impact the cost of health care. Housing are things that I'm concerned as well as that the Biden administration left us with some huge problems in those areas. So I'm looking forward to try to tackling the cost of health care, the cost of housing, and others.
I don't have to tell somebody from Kansas that the tariffs are having an effect on prices as well.
Look, I think that they're overstated. I think that we import less than 20% of our goods. The average tariff is going to probably impact the price to people here at home 1 or 2%. It's going to be a one-time hit as well. And at the other hand, we're bringing in more manufacturing jobs as well. So he's used them for good leverage. We shipped our big ships of sorghum today. Yesterday was soybeans. So the tariffs, in my opinion, have worked for good leverage and bringing some of those jobs back home here as well.
Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, a Republican of Georgia, talked with CNN about the president's focus around Tuesday's election. Take a listen.
I'll also blame that on who's advising him in the White House. You know, keeping him on nonstop tours around the world and nonstop meetings with foreign countries' leaders is not America first. It's just not. I think domestic policy should be the most important issue that the president and the Republican-controlled House and Senate are working on, and that showed up in the election on Tuesday.
Do you agree?
Of course not. I think that mission that President Trump was on was the most successful trade trip that it's ever taken. Meanwhile, the proof is in the pudding. Our border's secure. The price of gasoline is down. Like we talked about, our one big beautiful bill, the largest tax cut in American history. There's no tax on tips, overtime, Social Security. We made permanent some of the great things for small business growth as well. Things like no taxes, or there's 1 year tax deductions for things like interest rates, those types of things as well. So I think that one bill had more accomplishment in it than my previous 4 years here as well. So I think there's a time to be abroad, there's a time to be here as well, and the president is accomplishing both of those.
It was a huge tax cut, but a lot of it went to wealthy people. A lot of people, economic experts, describe the One Big Beautiful Bill Act as the greatest transfer in the history of the United States from the lower class to the upper class.
So actually, wealthy people did not get a tax cut. We kept their taxes the same. But certainly people that were on Social Security, overtime, tips, those people certainly were going to see improvement. But the biggest improvement is going to give by the small business tax benefits, where we were taking care of bonus depreciation, the interest like I talked about as well, being able to write off research and development. This is a pro-growth bill, and I think that everyone's going to benefit from it.
The president posted today about ending the filibuster. That seems to be his solution for ending the shutdown, just to get rid of the filibuster. He wrote, quote, "The Democrats will terminate the filibuster in the first hour if and when they assume control or power. Republicans have what the Democrats want. We should do it now and have the greatest 3 years in history." Would you support getting rid of the filibuster?
Look, every day that this shutdown goes on longer, I start leaning that direction. Instead, what I'm going to start pushing for is making the filibuster a constitutional amendment. And if we can get Democrats to support that, that's going to reassure me that they're not going to go nuclear on us next time that they have control of the Senate as well. I think that's the best solution out there. So I'm not there yet to nuke the filibuster, but it has a great place. It has a great way of protecting the minority. Sometime again, Republicans will be in the minority. It'll protect us. Right now, it's protecting Democrats, but I want it to be enshrined in the Constitution.
Republican Senator Roger Marshall of Kansas, thank you so much. The White House